When did you guys discover music and who got you into it?
Discovering music as like you wanted to play it, or discovering music as you listened to it and it made an impact on your life?
Both.
Okay.
I would say my parents. Like, just growing up, my dad would always be blasting music throughout the house. So.
What would he be blasting?
A lot of Beatles and like Beatles. But then like a bunch of like Aerosmith, Zeppelin, Def Leppard. It was like
Rock of the Ages.
Yeah, it was like everything that was popular throughout the ages. Like, it's kind of funny.
And what do you listen to?
Right now, just a ton of Joannism. It's my main listen right now. But I don't know, it changes a lot. Like, I'm a big fan of Wilco, Radiohead, Dirty Projectors, St. Vincent.
Just saw her. Just saw her, right?
Just saw her recently.
She was bomb.
Logan?
Like when I was like 13, I got into music, and then this dude told me that I could never play guitar when I was about 16 or 17. So, you know, competitions started me playing guitar, and then, so from then on out. But my parents didn't really listen to music all that much in the house. But I think right now what I'm listening to like a lot of Bjork, and still listen to Bob Marley all the time, and like M83, stuff like that. I think I like missed the boat on this whole, like most of the stuff I listen to now. A lot of people are listening to it a couple of years ago. It seemed like a lot of shoegazy stuff, a lot more ambient stuff than before, straightforward pop stuff.
Yeah, I started playing music in like 7th grade. And then that's when I started playing guitar, and ever since that, I've really been interested, so.
Tell me about your opportunity to record at Palm Studios with Mr. Mark Everton Gray.
Oh God. Fingers? Yeah. I mean, sort of just fell into my lap, our lap. So I mean, went out
his lap, and then I joined on.
Then I transferred it to his lap.
Yeah.
I was like, here, you can have it in your lap as well. Yeah. Just to be honest, just went out and had a couple drinks with him, and then turned into a long night of debauchery, and then at the end of it, he was just, you know, maybe drunkenly saying, hey, I'm going to record your record, and then 2 days later, showed up at my house and listening to some music, and I mean, he got a recommendation from a friend of mine and his, and then just went with it, and I really didn't think it was really going to happen. It always sounded like it was too good to be true or something, you know, and then I mean, it went from like, I'm going to record one song to 3 songs to a full-length album. And we actually did record 12 songs, but we didn't use the others. So.
How did it fall into your lap? Who is this mutual friend that?
It's this kid named Ryan that me and Mark know together.
What band is he in?
He used to play in a band, Panic at the Disco, and now he plays in a band called The Young Veins. And Ryan was in town because he moved to California, and he was in town, and he was like, hey, come get a drink, and I was like, alright, cool. And me and a friend went and had a drink with him, and 9 in the morning, he's telling me he's going to record the rest of the record that I thought that would take a lot of money to record. So, I mean, we had planned on recording it ourselves and budgeting maybe $5 to $6 grand into recording. It was a big financial and sort of questioning weight off my shoulders. It was cool.
And who has he worked with?
I mean, who hasn't he worked with, really? I mean, anywhere from, I think, he did the vocals on Chinese Democracy from Guns N' Roses. He's worked with basically like every big-time hip-hop artist, from Dr. Dre to 50 Cent to Snoop, and he's working with Jay-Z this week. He's worked with Jay-Z multiple times. A lot of pop artists, or just like a lot of more mainstream.
Santana.
Yeah, Carlos Santana he just worked with. So I mean, yeah, he engineers for a lot of people. So a lot of people roll through the Palms actually. Yeah. So yeah, a lot more hip hop though.
Yeah. How would you say your album compares to your live shows and the differences? It sounds like two different bands.
For sure. It's just, it's there's a lot going on, and like when you have a lot going on in a recording or on a track, you have a lot that you need to space out, and then there's a lot of things fighting with each other in the same frequencies and in the same spots. Whereas live, we don't have
as much going
we don't have
on.
90 tracks going.
Yeah.
We're 6 people doing this.
But
I'm playing guitar.
At the same time, though, like I think our live stuff probably comes across like a little bit like, well, obviously louder and like more in your face, just because the setting. I think that, yeah. I think that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
That's
just
what I
different.
think.
Yeah, it's just more rock and roll because it's just live.
Do you feel any pressure or responsibility as lyricist and composer for the band's success?
Yeah, but I think everyone has that pressure because like I said before, we're all a very integral part of the band. Like we wouldn't be America without each of the single members in the band. So we all have that pressure to like hopefully succeed and do something well. So something good. Do something well. Good.
How about you, Logan?
Do it well.
From co-singer to
Only sing?
only singer. Is there a pressure, or do you feel a crutch at all?
No about crutch. I just feel like, this is the first band I've ever like really sang in that's ever played shows and stuff. So yeah, it was a little bit. I don't know. I always felt like a little pressure. So yes, a little bit more now that we already have one CD done and we're moving on to the next. But not so much with No Tenderness. It's just like unveiling the first things you've ever done. Okay, here they are. So just as much pressure as anybody else in the band, though.
And do you feel more comfortable being a co-singer or lead singer?
I don't feel comfortable being, like, I'm just now coming into being comfortable being a singer, period.
So what are your hopes for the band?
I think we're just hoping to like get some sort of label attention and hopefully get signed to a decent label and go on some tours and be able to sustain ourselves financially, hopefully. I think that's where we want to be.
I mean, it's not like the conditions we write by, is to like, oh, we're going to try to get signed. Like, that's not really what we're doing. We just like, we're writing songs. We hope that like somebody wants to financially back it to where that they could just pay for us to go out on tour and drive around and have a little fun while we're young.
Is there anything I didn't ask you that you'd like to address or comment on?
Dug pretty deep. Go to don'tbelong.com. That's what you should do.
What's there?
It's my friend Max's. I guess it would be a site. It's like a forum. It's for local music and local art and everything like that. And he premieres a lot of bands, and we're probably going to play on there and stuff like that. And there's a bunch of bands that play on there already. Every I think it's every other Sunday. So you didn't ask about Don't Belong, but I'm going to reiterate. don'tbelong.com.
And also, I think that we're a fun band, although it doesn't seem like it. Quite possibly.
Yeah, you didn't really catch the fun now.
Yeah.
We're in a school.
Yeah, we're in a school setting, we're getting all these deep questions. I swear we're
getting
we're
chased
somewhat
right
of
there.
lively people. Like,
No. Yeah, of course. Don't belong school.
yeah.
When you were high for a craver, fools in our boots, flip like a switch when it's over. When I know to leave, when I'm down